Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this week on Orphan Black we got to learn a whole bunch about the original cloning experiment. It seemed like everyone was changing allegiances, and we got to see some very pretty, dirty, sexy Rachel. If you're finding me for the first time, I typically do Orphan Black videos every week. I didn't do a video last week though, so there is no episode 4 video. Be sure to subscribe to get everything, and if there's some questions you have about that episode or anything else, just leave them in the comments. So this episode was filled with a bunch of WTF moments that made me laugh a lot. I'm not really sure what you would call moments like that. Not exactly WTF funny, but careful for spoilers from the episode if you haven't seen it yet. Here are my top 5 moments. Number 5, Paul becomes Rachel's new Daniel. Turns out that's a pretty demanding job. I love the power dynamic in all of Rachel's relationships, not just the sexual ones. It's like any room she walks into, she just dominates. Unless she's with Sarah. And then there's always this weird vibe, just because I think Rachel is a little bit afraid of her. Maybe of Helena too. It did kind of seem like Rachel was having fun trying to take Sarah's toy. Toy being Paul. Maybe that's just a sister thing, but it is fun to watch her be petty, just because she's always so hard to read. I also couldn't really tell what Paul's motivations were in all of this. It seems like he's going to the dark side, and Rachel is just the Emperor. In all fairness though, if the Emperor in Star Wars looked anything like Rachel, there would be a lot more people trying to join the Sith, including me. Number 4, Paul plants the gun on Felix. I loved how this moment went from really sweet, to funny, to scary so fast. Felix gets his crazy date night montage with Colin, and the one thing he promised wouldn't happen totally happens, and the police burst in, and it's hilarious. Just as Colin squeezes that entire tube of lube out on his hand. The look on his face too was priceless, just like as he's squeezing that bottle out, just like, what? Then just for a minute, I actually really thought Rachel had sent Paul to kill Felix. But it's all about blackmailing Sarah. She hasn't taken the bait yet, so as of the end of the episode, Felix is still rotting in prison. You could really take any of those moments from the sequence as favorites, but the actors actually did say that filming that gun scene was really hard just because it was so intense for those characters. Let me know if you think that Paul really would kill Felix or one of the other non-clone friends. I don't think Rachel would ask anyone to kill any of the core clones though. It was kind of implied that he killed someone for her in Taiwan, and that person might have been a clone. It was hard to tell what Rachel was thinking whenever she was first telling him about taking him to Taiwan. I kind of thought she was either taking him for security or for sex, or maybe both. I really do like the way that Rachel is blurring lines with Paul, and especially the fact that they invoke Daniel in their, special love-making scene. Number 3, Dr. Leaky likes beer. I'm so happy with the way the allegiances are changing. Leaky is not best buds with Clone Club or anything, but he is making them a deal. At the end of the day, I think he just wants to push his project forward, and he's willing to help Sarah and the clones if it means he can recover lost data. There were so many bombs dropped about that original cloning project and all those Cosima Leaky scenes. Now they're searching for that synthetic DNA inside the clones that's keeping them alive. My guess is that they won't be able to cure what's ever making Cosima sick until they find Rachel's father and whatever data he has left, or whatever he remembers. I'm also totally expecting Leaky to double-cross Clone Club again. If he's lying to Rachel to help Cosima, then why wouldn't he just turn around and lie to Cosima at some point? Let me know if you think that he'll keep helping Clone Club after he gets what he wants, because that'll be the real test. Number 2, the creator is still alive. One of the creators, that is, but it looks like Swan Man, Rachel's father, is alive and hiding out somewhere. Helena is the world's best bloodhound, so if the pacing of the last couple of episodes holds up, they'll probably find him in the next 1 or 2 episodes. But basically, here's the situation they're in, especially with relation to Swan Man. All the original data on the cloning experiment and the genome that they developed to grow the clones was lost in the fire, so they can't grow more clones or fix any of the existing clones until they get that information, and right now it looks like Swan Man is the only one who has that. I'm wondering how Mrs. S is connected to him too. She's in her 50s and Swan Man is supposed to be in his 70s, so maybe she was just like a lab tech working in their office or an intern or something like that, or maybe she's related to one of the original Project Leda people. I'm so happy that they're giving us all this backstory on Project Leda though. It's like they're developing a prequel show on Orphan Black. It'd be like Clone Club set in the 70s. Maybe if Orphan Black ever goes off the air, they'll just do that show. And my number 1 moment, Sarah stops Helena from killing Rachel. I actually thought this moment was more intense than Felix with the gun, mostly because Sarah stepped in front of the sniper rifle while she was trying to talk Helena down. Don't forget, that was all going down while Rachel was having crazy sex with Paul. I feel like she's using weird sex to let her emotions out because she never betrays any emotion on her face whenever she's walking around in real life. Paul's like the new racehorse she's thinking about buying, so she just inspects him like an animal. This was pretty epic as far as sex scenes go. And how amazing was Helena this week? She was by far my favorite clone in the episode. I just can't get pretty, dirty, sexy out of my mind. And don't forget about the crazy Rachel doll she had. Who else laughed whenever Sarah threatened Leaky with Helena at the bar later? I really do love the dynamic between Helena and Sarah right now. It's like they have their own little clone club inside of Clone Club. Like, Helena does acknowledge the other clones as sistras, but the only one she's bonded to is Sarah, just because they were born as twins. But now it's your turn. Let me know below in the comments what was your favorite moment, and which of the sex scenes did you think was the funniest? You know, not like intentionally funny, but the sex scene that you laughed at the most. Overall, the episode was a solid B+. I always get really excited whenever the writers flip a bunch of the relationships on the show. Leaky helping the clones, Paul letting himself get dominated by Rachel. Like I said, favorite clone this week though was Helena. Rachel was fascinating, but this week Helena was like a black hole for my attention, just so strong I couldn't think about anything else whenever she was around. It really is so easy to forget that Tatiana Maslany is playing all these clones, but I feel like you can only fan over her so many times until you all just accept it as something that's always going to be happening. Like, she's always going to be amazing, so we just generally accept it as truth. Of all the characters right now, though, I feel like Felix and Paul are the weakest. They're like at the bottom of the pile. Felix gets physically dominated, you know, mostly for comedy, but Paul is like a robot that Sarah and Rachel are controlling right now. I think that he thinks he's doing everything for the greater good, but really, at the end of the day, he has no will of his own. He's just an appendage of Rachel right now. An appendage, you know, she likes to have sex with in really strange ways. I'm really hoping, though, in the next couple of episodes, we get like an extended Helena-Rachel moment. But here are a couple really big plot points from the episode that we need to acknowledge. So just so we don't forget anything, we have to talk about Gracie in that torture closet. She's not going to walk away from this season with all her marbles. The Proletheans are just way too crazy to let anyone stay sane. More importantly, she's probably going to end up having to carry that creepy baby. And as nuts as she is, how can you not feel bad for her? I mean, she's just a little girl. Kira and Cal are totally adorable together, but she is just like operating on a whole different level. It's like she's doing her own thing off to the side that no one else is aware of. Like, she just keeps manifesting supernatural qualities in really unusual ways. She's so self-aware that it's unsettling. Like whenever Cal's making jokes about socks, she's scanning money, passports, and guns. And then there's Cosima's sickness she's been hiding from the rest of the clones. Sarah understands what's going on, but with Allison in rehab, it seems like Clone Club is slowly coming apart at the seams. I am so excited to find out what Place of Screams is next week, though. That sounds like a club that Stefan from SNL would be really excited to go to. So, in related news, there is a new episode of Orphan Black next week. I'm going to try and do a video, but I have to go out of town for a wedding, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'll be doing some bonus videos, but I'll try to keep everyone updated on social. Right now, click here to watch my last Orphan Black video, and click here to learn all about the new Grant Gustin Flash TV show that's coming this fall. I'm really excited about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. High fives.